JP and I just wanted to get on camera and actually talk to you about what we thought 2011 would be and what it turned out to be, and now going into 2012, what our intentions are for the year. So JP, when it came to getting into the year for 2011, what were your thoughts and intentions of 2011? What did you think it would be?
2010 was a pretty hard year, but we grew really a lot as individuals. 2011 was really going to be a breakout year for us. We had full intention of doing our best to help others, building our business, and having our first $10,000 month.
Well, and also with 2010 to 2011, what happened is that both JP and I left careers, possible careers, that we were definitely not in love with, that we were feeling like they were totally a job, and we were trading our time for money, and we didn't have the freedom that we wanted at that time. And 2011 came just before, actually, December. JP started working with Norbert Orlowitz, and then I was to start working with Norbert Orlowitz January 3rd. So 2011 was like, we're making the switch, we're ready to go, this is gonna be the best year ever, oh my God. And we had all of this excitement, all of this energy, and 2011 was going to be the year. So that's what we went into 2011 thinking. And then what happened once 2011 hit?
Well, first off, in the beginning of January, we had our dog Ginger, who had puppies, which was awesome.
Right, and that was a plan from 2011 transferring over to 2010 to 2011 because she'd been pregnant for a couple months before.
Right.
Ready to go.
So that happens, and we're really, really excited that all this is happening because we have puppies now.
Yeah.
And then about 10 days later, she gets hit by a car walking across the crosswalk.
Yeah, so I was basically, the story goes, I was bringing a plate back to one of my old employees I no longer worked with. She left it she said that I could bring it home to have some goodies, and that I was bringing it back. And unfortunately the plate did not survive. And I was really, really lucky that I didn't die. But as great as not dying was, I was in a massive amount of pain there afterwards. And what I thought would maybe be a week or two to get back into the swing of things dragged on, and I am still experiencing symptoms today, 1 year later. So 2011 kind of revolved around this accident that happened early on in the year.
Right, and we basically were supposed to have positions with Miley System Pro and Massive Marketing that really didn't come to fruition because of this whole car accident thing.
Yeah.
And really it was a big test of our relationship together and the relationship of the others that we worked with, because it really affected everybody's jobs, their emotional state of mind, the clarity. But throughout all of this, we made sure to keep our minds positive. We made sure to learn from the experience itself. We were grateful that Kat was still with us and that she was still around, able to be here and be present. So that was very
Although, for most of the year, I wasn't actually present. I wasn't here. I was trying to escape because I had so much pain in my body.
And the emotional breakouts weren't exactly so amazing either.
Oh my God. If you ever have post-traumatic stress, I understand. It's a lot different from what I expected it to be. And believe me, a near-death experience is not, you don't get over it as quickly as one would think. So throughout the year, I've been working very hard to become more present and more in the moment, and to be able to actually experience now. That has been one of the biggest challenges for me this year, because dealing with chronic pain on a daily basis and, you know, really pushing myself to get back to that level of momentum and energy that I was at before the accident, because damn, I was a firecracker. This year, that energy kind of just dissipated, and I've been working really hard on finding ways to bring that back into my life and to disassociate with the pain. So that has been a huge part of the year as well. But now going into 2012, we have a few things that we've taken from the year despite the challenges, despite the obstacles, despite the near-death experience and all of that stuff. And now we're coming into this new year with some things that we have still managed to accumulate over the year, which have enabled us to start this year in a better position. So JP, what have we both taken out of 2011, that crazy year? What have we been able to achieve in that year?
When we first set out in the beginning of 2011, we had decided that we were wanting to move out of our condo and move into a home.
Right.
We had a couple of reasons. We both needed space to have our own offices, to have a boardroom, to be able to do our business, build our business properly.
And for me, a studio. I wanted a studio. I wanted a place to be able to go and do my video work and invite people for interviews. There was simply not enough space. We were climbing over top of each other to get to the kitchen. Oh my God, get out of the way. It was crazy. Couldn't even move in that place. And we sorted through so much stuff, clutter. Half of our stuff was over at a fourplex that we used to live in the office. And we had to sift through everything in our condo, all of the necessities, and get rid of anything that we purged. It was like literally binge purge. We'd bring things over, we'd go through everything, and we'd purge, we'd get rid of everything, donate it, and get it gone. So it was a whole process of ridding ourselves of all of the clutter that we had both accumulated throughout our entire lifetimes. The first time that we had actually moved in with a partner was with each other. So think about it. All of the stuff that he had growing up, all of the stuff that I had growing up hadn't really been sorted through, and we had to go through this process together while learning how to live in small quarters with each other after a traumatic experience. Oh my gosh, what a year. So we came out of the year with less clutter.
A lot less clutter.
Way less clutter. And we're still going through the process of sifting through it and getting rid of whatever we can. But one of the biggest things that we were able to take from last year or make happen was we got our home.
Yep.
This was one of those, despite all odds, despite all of the challenges, and despite financial stresses because of the accident and how much that sucked and drained our bank account, we were still able to manage to get a deal on the home that we wanted. Amazingly enough.